관을 합니다. 여러분은 지금 샌프란시스코 유명한 아시아 예술 박물관에 초대받고 있으세요. 여기는 바로 시청이 있는, 그리고 주정부 청사가 있고 저 뒤에는 또 연방정부 청사가 있습니다. 샌프란시스코에서 시백센터라고 정부 관청이 있는 곳이죠. 이것이 유명한 샌프란시스코 시청입니다. 유서 깊은 미국 국회의사당을 본받아 그 모양을 본뜬 거예요. 여기 금색으로 보이는 것은 샌프란시스코는 금광의 도시로 이루어졌기 때문에 이 시의 엠블럼, 그 시의 그 장이, 세이드마크가 금광, 광산보호구, 광보호구, 그 다음에 흥선의 그 도시입니다. 그것뿐만이 아니고 이 주위에 유명한 게 많아요. 큰 행사를 위해서. 여기 지금 이 보이시는 건물은 샌프란시스코 도서관인데, 중앙도서관인데, 겉은 이렇게 보통 모양이지만 안에는 현대식으로 으리으리하고 현대식으로 잘 꾸며졌습니다. 관광의 요소예요. 자, 그러면 다시 우리의 그 저걸로 갑시다.
I am Judy Wilbur, and I've been head of the New Asian Project, and in addition, as well. I think the thing that we are here to celebrate this institution, thanks not only in part to people like you, which now has the home that it does center. The arts enrich our lives and inspire our minds. They allow us to gain a deeper understanding of our
individuals on the stage today and in the audience. I think Judy Wilbur, we all know is. I look forward to bringing him to this one promoting of culture, understanding, and enrichment of our people. I will be very proud to bring my son here, and I'm very proud to join with you today, celebrating all that is good, decent, wondrous, and uplifting about humanity. Acknowledging this wondrous day, and so if I may, to whomever's appropriate, Judy, Jack, just to present from the state of California this proclamation acknowledging this grand opening. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And at this time, I would like to introduce you to Jack Bogart, who has been our steadfast chairman through thick and thin. Please give him a round of applause.
Morning. You're wonderful, all of you, to turn out for us today in view of all the political things that are going on and the depth of the traffic problems. But anyway, I would like now to introduce the real motivating factor behind this whole production, without whose unflagging passion we would not have finished the job, Emily Sana, the director of the museum.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our spectacular new home. Let me first acknowledge, first and foremost, the woman who transformed this crumbling building into a state-of-the-art museum, Dr. Guy Olente from Milan. Turn around. And I'd like to acknowledge Mark Gozzi and Mark Viaio from HOK, who are the Associated Local Architects. Thanks very much. Now, if you haven't been in here yet, what you're going to see is a brilliant concept that was developed by Guy for a new building inside an old building, and beautiful finishes, V-shaped skylights that art were given to the city. We owe a lot to George Christopher and across from City Hall. We think that due to Guy Olente, we have provided a wonderful new home for the collection, and we will have the ability to present all kinds of stairs down at to the second floor, where he had roots in Asia, but like the museum, has become extremely successful here in America. His gift, an early gift made in 1995 when we were just beginning, was the largest one to campaign, and it certainly spearheaded the campaign for the raising of private money, and helped us not only raise that money, but certainly did so by providing the incentive for other important gifts to the campaign. It is my privilege and honor, and I ask you to help me in welcoming the man for whom this building is named, Mr. Chong-Moon Lee.
It is my great pleasure to acknowledge the importance of this institution not as just to the city of San Francisco, but to the world at large. In the words of Avery Brundage, what this institution symbolizes is a bridge, an important bridge between East and the West. Never have a word like this been more important. The art in this collection is important, significant, and compelling. But even more important is the understanding that sharing of cultures breeds, that ultimately is the most important gift of all. I thank Mayor Brown for his drive, support, and advice for the completion. Thank you very much, Mayor. Of course, we must thank Kari Aliente, who's just been introduced to you. This is her third masterpiece. One in Paris, one in Venice, and one in San Francisco. Thank you very much. I thank Jack Bogart, my dear friends, and he's the chairman of Commissioner and the trustees. He is the one made it happen under his leadership. Thank you, Jack. I thank Judy Wilbur, who has been the longest than anybody here involving in Asian Art Museum, and he's the one real core engine of what Asian Art Museum have accomplished today. She's the real core engine and the hard drive. Thank you. I thank Moore Foundation of Asian Art. Thank you very much, Moore. Moore is sitting right there. Thank you. Why don't you stand up there? Thank you very much. I visit museum here and there. I have the pleasure of meeting museums. They may be a great curators, administrators, who made it happen. David, who's the David? Yeah, David. Yeah. Who's the David? Yeah, please. Thank you very much, David, for his all the project that you took care of. And the Board of Asian Art Museum of their great leadership in making this new facility a reality. But I would really like to take the time to thank you, all of you, citizens of San Francisco. Thank you very much. We thank all of you who have helped us open our doors. Please visit often. Don't become a stranger. You are part of a wonderful family that embraces and appreciates your generosity. Visit, bring your friends, and help promote the vision that this institution epitomizes, understanding through a sharing of cultural treasure. With this understanding, we can say the museum is the bridge that connects the East and the West. A bridge shares and supports two-way traffic. With these expectations for the bridge, the citizens of San Francisco, I believe, approved the bond to raise a fund to renovate this magnificent building into even a livelier and dynamic institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. And it's, you know, I am so pleased that all of the supporters of the City and County of San Francisco, I mentioned briefly before the Board of Supervisors, which always changes, and the mayors. I also need to acknowledge Mayor Art Agnos, who became mayor in 1988, who signed the official. But now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the man who Brown Jr.
Thank you very much, Emily, for that. Years ago, understood how magnificent public buildings should be. In their partnership relationship with the private sector, they created that magnificent, wonderful facility called the Opera House, carefully and lovingly restored to the elegance of its birth. The combination of spirited San Francisco citizens had sold him on locating his prized possession in San Francisco. Brundage, even in his alcoholic state, extracted a commitment for this day. He said there must always be an appropriate home. Christopher, then mayor, responded. 1960, the first bond measure, a very small bond measure, resulted in the Asian Art Museum taking up space in the DeYoung Museum in the park, another one of the crown jewels of the cultural attraction of our city. The fathers had been clear on that as well when they put all of those cultural and accepted the challenge in the middle 80s to find a home. And lo and behold, when Mel and Charlotte and that band of people building the new library said, I think you can do something with this grand building called the current library. I think you can do something significant. Diane signed on immediately. And I think for $1, Judy Wilbur and that foundation that raises so much money for this museum bought the rights to develop the museum here. And that down in Silicon Valley, who had more money than he knew what to do with. They convinced him, but being the wily, clever man that he is, he said, okay, I'll put up multi-millions, but it's got to be matched by other people in the San Francisco area. Shelley has a relationship with Gray that automatically makes him give a car to any prospective contributor. And that just happened. Well, Chong-Moon Lee said absolutely yes. And of course, Jack, Bogart, Judy Wilbur, and all of those who are part of that Asia Foundation, which is a fund operation to the 27-member Asian Commission, proceeded to say, yes, we will do it. And they walked in, and a young Greek man named Agnos was in charge of the city. They convinced him that, in fact, the money would be raised and that one day the ribbon would be cut and the Asian Art Museum would open. Art's very particular. He anticipated it happening on his watch. Well, it took a little bit longer. Frank Jordan came along, and of course, carried on the tradition of every mayor since Christopher and trying to make it work. And of course, I arrived, and there was just no question that this place was going to open on my watch. There was no question. And believe me, as the city lines unfold, this is the last time you're going to hear anything about those other 7 people. The record will show that on the plaque, it was Willie. One of the first things that came to my attention, Shelley and my friend Amiano knows about this, was some woman named Nancy Boers, Sue Beard, and some objects on the wall that were never supposed to be touched. Absolutely, there's no way they ever will be touched. We conspired to move the whole damn wall. So they were never touched. We have no idea where they are now, but they've not been touched. We, in fact, were innovative, and we produced the opportunity for that wonderful architect to step in and not be burdened with what someone else had done. And like most grand, old, great designs, the facade and the front stay just as it is. But the inners have been dramatically changed. Emily told you how they have been dramatically changed. You will not believe it. That magnificent old reading room, for the few of you who have ever been to the library, I can assure you that that reading room is there. But now it's no longer the reading room. It's something even more spectacular. And for all of those little side spots that you can hide in at one time here and really do some dialoguing, those little spots are not there anymore. It's the Jade Room and other kinds of incredible attractions that make it interesting for people for all ages. The graphics in it are magical. You do not have to worry about what you're looking at. The explanation is there, and you cannot frankly believe the quality and the beauty of what you're really going to see. Yes, we're fortunate to be in a place as magnificent as this, to have the crown jewels of all crown jewels, this 3rd or 4th jewel in the jewel of structures in and around San Francisco. And when you think about the magnificent public space, this is it, the Asian Art Museum. Thank you, San Francisco. Thank you, Chong-Moon. Thank you, Bogart. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Emily. And thank you to all of that band of people who made it possible. Thank you very much. And now, Emily, this is for you. We named it her day in the city and county of San Francisco.
The San Francisco Boys Choir, who are here today to sing the national anthem and also America the Beautiful. We'd like it if you would please join in with them for these songs. Thank you very much. open the gates and let the world into the museum.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Instead of the traditional ribbon cutting, we have had designed this wrapping by the artist Pop Chow, right there, Pop Chow. We will open the building with the mayor and me pulling this out.
It is now officially open, and you're invited later on to come to City Hall for a reception after you've toured the museum.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Look at the camera.
down a little bit. Yes, one.
Good.
Smile, please. Smile.
Smile.
Yeah.
You got your smile.